Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This video is all about Blue Bloods Season 10, Episode 11, which we now know the title of, which is Careful What You Wish For, which kind of sounds a little bit like a threat. So
Da, da, da.
it's a little bit of a weird title for the first Blue Bloods of the new year. Happy New Year. Here's a threat. Also, we're going to break down in here stories about Danny and Baez, what's going on with Frank, Erin, Jamie, and Eddie.
Yep.
Before we talk about it, though, if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates.
Well, before we jump into the video, we just want to give a little bit of a shout out to one of our readers, who's also a friend, named Michelle, who sent us these awesome little cups filled with hot chocolate. And we just wanted to say thank you very much. Blue Bloods brought us all together.
Yes.
She's a Blue Bloods fan. We're Blue Bloods fans. And we just want to say thank you very much for it. This has been great. And it's almost Christmas. I think
Yes.
we're like 3 days away, 2
Yeah,
days away
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Only a matter of time.
Happy holidays. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
All right. So, this episode of Blue Bloods has, I think, a few interesting, just kind of crazy and weird stories in it.
Yeah, there's some really cool stories. We've been complaining
Yeah.
this year a little bit that Baez and Danny haven't had the greatest stories. There's been a little bit here and there. The premiere was really cool, and then it kind of just went into these cases that at least I wasn't as interested in. But this one coming up sounds really promising. I'm kind of excited about it.
So what we got going on here is an EMT is shot and killed, which of course leads to Danny Baez being on the case. It's what they do.
Yep.
But what they realize is there's somebody who is robbing a bunch of ambulances.
Yeah.
So, why would that happen? It's probably not some sort of like weird ambulance serial killer or something.
No, they're probably robbing it for medical supplies or
Drugs
medication
or-
or something
yeah.
like that. But it's a really interesting storyline. We watch a lot of cop shows
Yeah.
and fire shows and med shows and all that type of stuff. So I haven't seen anything really like this. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
And I think what's going to be interesting with this is that because it seems like these robberies are done with kind of a deliberate purpose in mind, that I don't think we're going to run into somebody here who is immediately going to just try to deny their involvement. It could be instead you caught me, now I'm just going to try to get rid of you too, and we're going to have like some sort of like shootout or violent situation at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be shocked at all if that's kind of where we go here.
Yeah, I like that the case seems like it's simple enough for a one episode, case,
Yeah.
but there's enough that's in there that can get really complicated with it as well and give us something else without it feeling like it needs to be a couple of arcs long, like Eddie's undercover case, where that felt like that could have gone over 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like it could be resolved. Granted, they may present a really good story, and then I'll be upset at the end of it that it's not expected, because that's what it was with Eddie's undercover case. I was like, okay,
True.
this could work, but then, by the end of it, I was like, I kind of wish this would spread out a little bit more, but, I mean,
Great stories, that's the thing about it, right? When Blue Bloods gives us great stories, we just want more.
Okay, let's talk about Frank, because Frank's story in this episode actually does feel like it's going to be exciting and actually connected to other stuff, because the new mayor who's coming into power, he has already shown himself to be a little bit of a foil to Frank.
Yep.
No surprise, everyone, if Blue Bloods mayor and Frank aren't getting along, but the mayor's going to put in a new law that's going to potentially hurt the homeless community, and that's going to cause Frank to come out to their defense in some way.
Yep.
I think this is going to be a pretty delicate sort of story for Blue Bloods to tackle, because, I mean, everyone has opinions about the homeless community.
Yep.
These are often people who don't have anywhere to go, but they're also people who are, subject to mistreatment and complaining and all this other sort of stuff. Everyone has their own opinion as to how to take care of it. And maybe this is the mayor who sort of brings up some solution that Frank knows just isn't, like, financially feasible.
Yeah, or it just isn't fair, or it isn't going to work. It's not going to actually help anybody. Yeah. It may be the mayor's just putting a Band-Aid on something, and it's not moving anyone into some sort of actual solution. So I'm curious to see what this mayor's law solution, whatever that they're putting in. Because if Frank is not having it, then it must have some holes.
Yeah, and this is really the truth of it. I feel like the police department probably knows a homeless community better than anyone because they're called in to take care of issues time and time again, and they see them out on the streets, and Frank knows his business here, and I don't know how much time the mayor has spent with the homeless community. I feel like it's not anywhere near the same level.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, we don't know a lot about him, but no, I agree. The police have spent more time and know what's going on in the community at least a little bit better than I think the mayor does. It's easy to sit behind a desk and make decisions when you don't really know what's going on.
So, I think this is going to be an interesting sort of point of tension, but it'll also give us a good sense as to how the mayor and Frank are going to interact, because this will probably not be the last time that we see it.
Oh, for sure. And I'm still worried about what's going on with Garrett and what even could be going on with Frank. I still feel that mayor's last, once I'm mayor, we'll have this talk again kind of feeling. It just gives me the chills. I don't like it, but I mean, I like that there will be a foil for Frank and for Garrett. It's nice to have him having a bit more going on.
Yeah, I'm very pro Garrett having things to do beyond just sort of walking into Frank's office.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. It's a great storyline.
So for Erin, what she's going to be dealing with here is she's got a violent perp she's trying to put away. Problem is, the judge is going to be like, okay, I find this person not guilty, or the jury finds them not guilty, or whatever else. How do you act after a not guilty verdict? That's going to be tough.
She's going to have to really dig in and see if she can find something else to reopen this case. And it's going to have to be something that hasn't already been presented. There's clearly been... It's got to be brand new evidence. Yeah. So how do you find that? If there was already enough evidence to bring it to trial, then if you didn't have this piece of evidence, like where are you getting it, Erin? Erin, I think, is going to be up against it with this.
Yeah, I'm trying to run through the possibilities in my head. It's like, okay, can you find a way to get a new judge? I don't know about that, but can you find a way to show that maybe like a juror was biased, that they knew the defendant on some level? Is that what's going on? Or is it a case where there is new evidence that she knows is out there, but she wasn't able to get it before this trial? I mean, all these options are on the table, but this feels like one of those stories that could either be really cool or just kind of like, okay, well, there's that.
Well, maybe Anthony will be all Batman again, and he'll go break into somebody's apartment and find the smoking gun or something.
Okay, I thought we had already decided that Anthony did not need to be Batman again in 2020.
He doesn't, but that doesn't mean he won't be.
Yeah, this is true. We have not seen the full extent of the Batman Anthony arc, so anything is, I guess, possible. But all right, finally, let's talk about JAMKO, and this one's just interesting. It doesn't really have anything to do with law enforcement other than that Eddie seems to be offering to help Jamie pay off his student loans, which...
seems pretty normal to me. Married couples help each other all the time with stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're married, everybody's money's everybody's money, or at least, in the eyes of the law, everybody's financially responsible for each other. Yeah. You want to help your partner out, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, I mean, Eddie clearly thinks, I'm not planning to, get divorced from Jamie anytime soon. We're going to be together.
And that's the thing, right? Like, if they're putting their life together and Jamie has debt and maybe Eddie doesn't, or Eddie has an extra bit of cash flow, it makes sense financially for Eddie as well to have Jamie out of debt faster. It helps both of them together. So, hey man, it's our money. Let's put it on your debt. Let's get rid of some of that and let's move forward debt-free together.
I just don't think Jamie's going to be all that cool with it at first. Basically because Jamie seems to be so stubborn a lot of the time. And
I get it. And he's going to have his pride and he's going to want to pay it off himself and blah, blah, blah. I get it.
Yeah.
But come on, Jamie. You guys are married now.
Yeah.
Like, why not both of you? It makes things easier for Eddie, too, if you are also debt-free or less debt. Just move into the future together. Then you guys can start saving up for other things that you want to do.
Yeah, I think he'll kind of come around, or there'll be, the typical Blue Bloods compromise, or something will happen throughout this episode, but I still want more of them on the force together.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for the new year. I mean, obviously, this episode feels like it's going to be more personal stuff,
Yeah.
which is fine too. But yeah, I would really like to see them find a way to get these two to be able to work on just something at work together, whether it's, I don't know, promote Eddie to being
Something else on the force,
yeah, something else on the force, a different department, a detective, something where it allows them to, not that they're ever going to really be able to like work together again, but if she's maybe in a different department and she's not supposed to report to Jamie or another sergeant, then maybe it can. I don't know. I just don't know the hierarchy. This is TV, so I would like to think that there's going to be a little suspension of disbelief, that we can find a way that they can share some cases together, share some information together, get a little more on the same level with what's going on.
Well, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping for the best. This episode airs on January 3rd, so it's not like we're going to be waiting just that long for it. I mean, at this point, and maybe even a span of 5 or 6 days, there could be a new promo out there for it. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming for Blue Bloods. But we'll wrap this video up, and we want to know from you guys, what do you think about episode 11 based on these details? Mm-hmm. Tell us what storyline you're most excited to see. And if you like this video, just give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.